Hello there, Gunpla fans of YouTube. It is I, DZ Maven, and it's time for another Gunpla reviews. Kinda, sorta, unscripted, I guess, whatever. Anyway, it's the time of the high new Gundam, so I figure, yeah, it might be a good time to take a look back at the actual old Master Grade high new Gundam. And I haven't had that kit. I haven't had it for a long time since it first came out. It's actually, I still think it's a pretty nice kit. I know some people are a little divided on this redesigned version of the high new Gundam, and I think when it came out, some people liked it. Some people were like, why does it not look like the original version of the high new? I don't know. So it's kind of like you have your choice of styles of the high new Gundam. But anyway, this is the first Master Grade high new Gundam. This came out in February of 2007. It retails for 7,000 yen, which is not too expensive by today's standards. But the really great thing, it comes with a lot of stuff. So if you like stuff, this is a good kit because it has a lot of stuff in it. Anyway, let's get on to my photos here and show you what we have here. Oh, box art, by the way. This is actually a fairly large box, by the way, for a Master Grade kit. Took up my entire photo booth, almost. So, anyway, let's look at the sides of the kit, of the box. I mean, the box. Okay. As here are gimmicks. We got gimmicks. There's a little locking mechanism in the back here. You got adjustable hips. It does come with its own stand, so if you don't have an action-based stand on hand, don't worry, it has a stand. You also notice right off the bat we have effect parts that come in this kit. Again, like I mentioned, stuff. We have stuff in this kit. Lots of details, the markings, stand. Just a quick mention of the marking sets that come with this. You get a set of foil stickers, you get the marking stickers, and you also get some dry transfers with this kit. So you get all three. Here is the, in case you weren't aware of the redesign here by Yutaka Izubuchi. So this is the Izubuchi version of the high new Gundam. Here's some more of the features, the fin funnels, locking mechanisms, the weapons that it comes with, and the frame, along with your Amuro figurines. I feel like I said Amuro Bay. Oh no, it's Amuro Bay. Be full of explosions. Side box, just a nice little profile picture of the high new Gundam. And here is the booklet in the old style of Master Grade. Take a look at the contents here, the manual here. So as you can see, plenty of runners with this kit, including a few special little extras here we're going to talk about more in detail as I get through this manual. So as one of the older style Master Grade manuals, you do get some of this nice line art inside the kit. I do miss some of this line art from B-Craft. It was always a nice little thing to have inside the manual, so don't really get that anymore. But this kit came out around the time when the first 2.0 kits started coming out. So the construction is pretty similar to what you expect out of a 2.0 era kit. Kind of around between the years of 2005 through 2012, probably around that time period. So construction kind of matches that. The internal frame kind of has this sort of metallic gunmetal color to it here. So it's not like a gray plastic, it's kind of like a gunmetal color. It has a little bit of a metallic look to it. You do also get silver plastic parts that kind of are mixed throughout the kit here, just for actual detail. This is just some photos of the illustrations of the kit here, everything here, and just showing off the kit here, your color guide here, and telling you to please panel line your kit just to make it look better. You know, just put a little bit extra effort into your kit. The white, typical white plastic runner, and the blue is kind of a, I want to say it's kind of like a sky blue color. That's how I would describe it here. So I'm just kind of letting you take a look at the manual here. I will get into a lot of this probably when I get into the photos and the live view here. Again, I just miss this line art stuff here. This is all so neat to see. Comes with a beam rifle, shield, bazooka. You actually get 3 beam sabers with this kit: the 2 standard double-sided beam sabers and the spare extra beam saber that goes inside the left arm. And you're just looking at the stand here, along with the effect parts that come with the kit. You get the little clear acrylic rods that will support the fin funnels in their effect poses. And there's just kind of a demonstration of that. There's your marking guide. You can use that if you want or not, just ignore it. And another profile shot of the completed kit on the back here. So, as I built this kit a long time ago, I don't have any photos of the actual runners to show you here, but if you really want to see the runners, by all means go look up the runners on delong.net, because he does a pretty good job of cataloging everything here. So anyway, here's the basic kit here. It can stand up with the fin funnels on the back and everything. You kind of have to lean it forward just a little bit here, and kind of make sure the funnels are kind of tilted forward here, but you can get it to bounce up and stand, so it's not too much of a trouble here. So considering this kit, the way this kit is designed, it's meant to be flying, it's meant to be in space, so you might as well have it on the stand. So here's a close-up shot of the head here. A pretty nice head design here. You do get yellow eyes for the eyes. Yellow stickers for the eyes is what I meant to say. And you have green stickers for the cameras on the top of the head here. And you can see here we got the silver parts for kind of like the vents and everything here. They do give you kind of one little nick here. They give you a foil sticker to go on the inside around the cockpit hatch, and over time that does get kind of mangled over time, so you can see on my kit it's a little bit mangled. I'll just ignore that, or if you want to get the kit, just don't use that at all. Yeah. I probably should have just painted silver in there and just made it look nicer, but I didn't think about that at the time. I just kind of went ahead and used the sticker. Anyway, profile shot of the legs here. The arms here is the crouch pose. I do want to make note that the front part of the leg does kind of fold forward a little bit here. Just to kind of expose a little bit of inner detail. Pretty nice knee separation here. You can get some internal detail of the knee joint here, and some piston action going on in the knee as well. This is the extent of the cockpit hatch opening up. It's not the best, not the worst either, but I will say it's kind of tricky to get the cockpit hatch open. I always seem to have trouble with it on this kit. Either it doesn't want to open up, or it just kind of comes apart on me, so it's kind of one or the other. Here's some more shots of the knee here. And here I'm trying to get a shot of the inside of the cockpit here. I do have a painted up Amuro Ray figure on the inside of there. It's kind of... can't really see it there, so... he's way inside of there. And here just testing out the posability of the kit here. Arms have a pretty decent range of motion here. And of course we got a 180 degree bend in the arm there. Legs got some pretty good range of articulation to them here. Only thing I will say is to kind of be careful when you're twisting the arms around and bending them, because I have noticed that if the arm is out straight, you can end up turning the very upper arm piece, which is connected to the peg, and you can end up twisting that and twisting the lower arm the wrong way. And then you try and straighten it out, you end up bending the upper arm piece on the peg, and it's like, you want to be careful about that and don't do that the wrong way, because that will get stuck the wrong way and then you can't bend the arm back down. Anyway, here it is up on the standard action base. You get an adapter for this that goes to the old action base here if you want to use this here. This will give you a little bit more range of how to tilt the kit if you want to do that. You are kind of missing out though on the ability to use the effect parts though. That is the downside. But here's the beam rifle. It's a pretty nice beam rifle. I've always kind of liked it. There's a little peg on the side that kind of pops out so you can stick onto the back side of the skirt for storage. Here is an action shot pose. The grip on the hand is pretty standard for a 2.0 style kit. It has the 2.0 style hands, which is the index finger, 3 fingers, and a thumb, along with a little slot to hold into the handle of the rifle here. So it's got a pretty good connection here. I haven't really had too many problems with it. So here's a close-up of the shield here. It's a pretty nice big shield, but very narrow. It's a very narrow shield. It only has one connection point on the back of the arm. Actually, let me go back and show you that here. Like right here. That's the only connection point right there. I'm not a big fan of that because it kind of puts the shield on the back of the arm, and there's really no way to... It's really hard to position it into a natural looking way to the front of the kit. Because of that. Come on. Next picture, please. There we go. Yeah, this is kind of the best you can really do here. Make it look natural. I would prefer that the shield was kind of mounted on some sort of swivel joint where it could swing it up towards the front and make it look a little bit more natural, but it's just kind of a minor nitpick here. It does come with the little, whether you want to think of it as a beam cannon or a machine cannon on the front. I think this is probably meant to be more like a machine cannon on this kit because it does come with a removable ammo clip on the back, like here. The little piece on the back comes out, so it's ammo clip. So I'm assuming this is a machine cannon on this particular version of the High New Gundam. I know in some manuals and wikis they say it's a beam cannon. It can be whatever you want it to be, I guess. So anyway, here's the little slot for the spare beam saber on the left forearm. The little hatch on my kit has gotten kind of old and stuck over time, so I actually have to use a little dental tool to pry it open to get it out right, otherwise it just comes apart. So your mileage may vary on that. But here is the spare beam saber with the beam blade. It comes with blue beam saber effect parts here. Very cool and very nice. And here is the primary beam sabers. They're kind of stowed on storage points on the back where the fin funnel rack is. These are the double-sided beam sabers. So you get the long beam sabers with this kit, as well as a pair of the short beam sabers that go on the other end. So very nice. Here is the hyper bazooka that the kit comes with. It can pose with the hyper bazooka pretty decently well, I would say. It's a pretty nice bazooka. It's got a lot of nice detail on it. So here's the other side of it. I don't think you get any sticker for the camera on the hyper bazooka, because on mine I had to paint it. So just to keep that in mind here, you may have to actually paint that bit in. And actually the ammo magazine is also removable on this as well. I don't have a picture of that, but I'll go ahead and show that in the live view here. Here's the beam rifle stowed on the back of the skirt armor. Just kind of plugs right in right there. And here it is on the stand that the kit comes with. The nice little Amuro shaped stand here. It's a pretty nice stand. It's not super flimsy. It's actually pretty stable for the most part here. This stand is not plugged into the same spot as the action base stand would. The action base plugs into the bottom of the kit between the legs. This stand plugs into the backpack, kind of right between where the spare fuel tanks are on the kit. And also has these little fold out peg holders. These are for the beam rifle, not the beam rifle, the fin funnel effect parts. We'll plug in there. Also on the bottom of the feet, so just show you the bottom of the feet here. You get the little deck latches that come out of the feet here. Just kind of show you that right here. And here are the fin funnels. You get 6 of them, blue and white. And they kind of fold around into your fin funnel shape. I think they're actually pretty decently designed fin funnels. You don't have to worry about sticking them together like on the regular New Gundam. They just kind of do their own thing. So I think they work pretty well. They've held up pretty well over the years. And here they are with the effect parts. This is kind of a double layered. It's kind of don't really know how to describe this here. Basically, they come in a clear sheet, and they kind of use a transparent orange on them and added some silver lightning effect parts in them. You put 2 of these into each of the fin funnels to kind of create sort of a 3-dimensional look to them. and they kind of they hook into like little slots in the fin funnels. I'll show you in the live view exactly how these go in. And on the back you get these little blue jet effect parts that kind of plug into the back of the fin funnels here. And from those you can actually plug the acrylic rods into the back of those and then stick those onto the action base. Like that. Onto the stand, I mean, the custom stand, I want to say, not the action base. So there's all sorts of points on this stand you can plug these into. You can just take your pick of them. And I think you can also plug these into the back of the fin funnel rack on the Gundam as well, I believe. And yes, you can. Okay. I haven't really experimented with that, if I can speak here, experimented with that too much on my own. It's kind of something I really only noticed while I was taking photos of it. I didn't think to do anything with it here, but anyway, here's a nice picture I took of it. I'll use this for my thumbnail here. It's pretty nice. And here's all the accessories that come with the kit here. Get your effect parts here: hyper bazooka, beam rifle, beam saber shield, and the acrylic rods for the effect parts here, as well as the custom adapter for the action base, as well as a little Amuro Ray figurine right there. And I do have a little video here, literally little video. Google is like, doesn't really want to play this here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Google's being stingy about the resolution of this here, so can't even do, it won't even let me do full screen. Anyway, just zoom in. I can't zoom in on this. Anyway, someday Google will upgrade this video into 1080p. They haven't done so yet. So, but I wanted to take a little bit of video because I can't really show this off in the live view because it just takes up way too much space. Anyway, that is a photo gallery. Let's move on to the live view, and there is a lot of stuff to talk about in the live view here. Alright, so here is Master Grade High New Gundam. I've taken most of this stuff off of it just to kind of make it easier to handle here. Just to kind of show off articulation here. I'm going to have the kit here, so it's a little closer with the head and not blow out my camera here. Bend back that way, bend that. It's okay head articulation. We can turn it around like so here. And then get it stuck. You heard that wonderful snap because it gets stuck. So much here. So arms. You can bend the arms. You can see there's a little fold tab there. You can fold the arm up. Unless it decides to get stuck, which it is getting stuck now. I don't know why. Okay, we'll try the other arm. There we go. This arm's gone stuck for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, it bends all the way up like that. Actually, this is probably a good time to show you. This is what I was kind of talking about right here. This upper joint right here. You gotta be careful with this thing, because sometimes this gets kind of askew in the wrong position here. See, it is trying to twist into the wrong spot here. But that's the upper arm rotation. It rotates right here. But you gotta be careful, because this will try to rotate as well, like that. If you're bending the arm, then try to bend it back down. It's gonna be like, you know, I'm gonna want to watch out for that. Arm bend, as I already showed you here. Here's a little ammo pack. Just comes right out like that. This will fall out sometimes. It's not really, it doesn't really hook into very well. And a little beam cannon here. This little piece will move back and forth just a little bit like that. It's kind of hard for me to show you without my back finger being on top of it, but there you go. Beam saber holders on the other side here. Like I said, I have problems getting this thing open properly here, and it's the one I come apart here. Actually, no, I think I got, yeah, okay, there we go. It loosened up. I don't have the beam saber in there. I just keep it outside the kit. It's just easier when I want to pose it for something here, so I'm just keeping it outside the kit right now. There's no side-to-side motion on the torso here, but there is a little bit of an ab crunch on it. Kind of see it right there. And the little locking tab right there to help lock the waist in. And that'll let it bend back a little bit here. So keep that in place here. It'll rotate like that a little bit here. Front skirt armor, and slip up out of the way here. That's about as far as the side skirts will move. Back skirt armor, up out of the way like that. This is a little slot for where the beam rifle will attach to right here. And this is actually where the action bases will attach to right there. The effect stand plugs into the hole right there, and there is like a cover for that as well. I got the cover right here. Now there is an adjustable hip mechanism in the legs here. It's kind of weird because you have to actually kind of bend the leg to get it to move like that. You can probably hear it snapping away. The joint here is very stiff, so I want to be like really careful about this here. So, by the way, a lot of these are ABS plastic joints, by the way. There's not a whole lot of polycaps in this kit. I don't think there was in this kit here. Is there polycaps? Now I gotta look at the manual because I don't remember if there were polycaps in the kit. Are there polycaps? I think this was in this age where Bandai was moving away from... Okay, no, there are polycaps. I see them right here. There are some polycaps, but it doesn't use a whole lot of them. So again, this is a plastic on plastic joint here. I can really feel it here. But anyway, there's the knee bend, pistons. Nice piston action there. Here's the feet here, kind of bend down, bend up like so, and back like that. Side to side, not a whole lot of side to side in this here. You can see right there. Like I mentioned before, this front section will kind of open up a little bit like so. And I didn't really show up, but this back thruster piece will move a little bit here too. Stop blowing out. Move like that. Little thruster bell inside of there. Straighten this back out. Back. Cockpit hatch, like I mentioned, it's kind of hard to get this open properly. It just... That's, yeah, because this piece comes off easily. That's about the best I can do. You can kind of see Armor Ray inside there. I did decorate him and paint him. He's in there. Very hard to see. But. So on the back here we have this little fin here. You can actually take that off if you want. These thruster bells, they'll move around a little bit. Adjust them. The fin funnel rack moves around like that. And back and forth. Like so. So each of these little funnel holders here, they will move up and down a little bit. So you can position the funnels however you want. Beam sabers inside there, like that. Alright, let me set this aside and we'll talk about some of the other stuff here. Alright, so accessories, beam rifle. Again, not really much else to say about it. The little plug, if I can get it out here. There we go. There you go, comes out like that. That'll stick onto the back of the skirt. So, right there. Hyper bazooka. Here it is, like I mentioned, you'll have to paint the camera in. I did that right there, and also on the front of it right there. Pretty nice bazooka. It's a clip that comes out. You can see the ammo inside of there. Just gonna flip that back in there. There's no way to store this on the actual Gundam itself here, which is kind of disappointing here, but I guess, yeah, that's just kind of the way it is. So, let's talk about the shield first. Here's the shield here. I already talked about the shield. I don't really like the mounting mechanism on here. It mounts on the back of the arm right there. It's kind of an awkward spot for the shield. I don't really like it being right there, and it can come off pretty easily sometimes if you're trying to pose it. It won't bend if you tap it this way, but if you tap it the other way, it will come off. So just kind of a minor annoyance with that here. These are the fuel tanks that kind of go in the back. They give you these nice little... This here is already pre-painted here. This is like kind of a coppery pre-painted piece here. And I think that's the only piece on the kit that comes like that. It plugs in these little holes here. You can kind of have them adjusted like there. There's really tiny thruster bells on the ends here. You want to be careful not to knock those out. You actually might want to glue those in just to be on the safe side, but that's how those go in. And here is the beam saber effect parts here with the spare beam saber. I've kind of already showed you those. This is the adapter for the regular action base right here. Like I mentioned, it'll slot into this hole right here, like so. So if you want to use the regular action base, you use this here. What else we got? A tiny armor array figure, completely blown out by the light. Oh, okay. Alright, fin funnels. Got all these fin funnels right here, so this is where a lot of the stuff in this kit comes into play. Here are these little effect part pieces here. I'll let it back up. So you get a whole bunch of these things, put them in, it'll make the fin funnels look like this. I think it's a pretty nice effect. I really like it. You get like two of the pieces in there to kind of create sort of a 3D effect here with the lightning effect going through there. What the funnel looks like without the effect parts here, like that. And this is what the funnel looks like when it's folded up, like so. So just to kind of show you how these effect pieces go into here. Here's the back piece with the flame effect part here, just kind of plugs into the back, like so. And with these things here, I'm going to take a couple of these here. They go into these little slots right here. Just kind of get those in. You want to be careful. Just slide them in first initially, like that. Then just kind of fold this down, line it up, and get them in there. Be careful about it. Be gentle. I wouldn't say it's super easy to do, but it's also not too terribly hard either once you get in there. Now, once in there, and kind of carefully press them in place, like so. And now they're in there. Cool. Now it's just like that. Take them back out, just kind of grab them, pull them forward a little bit. Carefully take it apart. So, I'm gonna pull these back out. And there you go. Pull that off. Ta-da! Anyway, here's how the fin funnels bend. There's a little ratcheting plastic joint on the joints here. Kind of helps keep them in place. You want to fold them up. Just fold them up like so. For storage. Yeah. Let me just take one of these. Take one of these funnel racks off here. Just kind of show you how they go on here. So you can see here, we got the little funnel slots here. They actually do kind of lock into place here on these little, I don't know what you call it, these edge connectors here. Go in, and they actually will click into place and stay on there. So if you get them in there right, you won't have to worry about them falling off or anything like that. So the connection actually is pretty good. Just gotta make sure you actually get it in there right. If you don't get them in there right, they will fall off. And you get it in there to it kind of clicks in place, and then yeah, it's in there. So if you do it right, they're not going to fall off. So that's how they go on. The other part of the effect parts here, we got all these acrylic rods. They kind of tell you in the manual to fold them into two different styles, an A and a B style. I think this is, yeah. So this is kind of like the A fold. Actually, let me just get the manual here. I'll show you in the booklet here. Yeah, right here. You got the A fold and the B fold right there. They kind of want you to use the, let's see here. Yeah. Once you use the A fold connecting to the stand, and the B fold connects to the back of the stand. So this is like the A fold here. You know, connect to that here, like so. And let me pull a stand over here. Here's the stand. Little piece will fold out like so, and you can stick this on here like that. So I'm not going to do this whole thing because it takes up a lot of space here. you can just look at the photo here. You can get an idea of it. You know, the other thing I just kind of mentioned before is you can stick these on the back of the kit as well if for whatever reason you want to stick the acrylic rod in the back of the kit like that. You can do that. So you can have it like that if you want. So it is a nice little option. I don't know if they actually mentioned this in the manual, but you can do that if you want. So taking another look at the stand here, you can adjust the stand a little bit if you want. It's not the easiest thing to adjust. It's a pretty tight fit on this, so actually that does only go one way. Never mind. So this here I think can be adjusted here. Yes, this can be adjusted up here. So you can have it like that if you want. You can move this piece around. Pardon the little noises here. And just this end piece around how you want it to be. So I usually just keep it like that. It's the easiest thing to do. And again, it's kind of plugs into the back of the backpack right here. Like so. And it's a pretty good connection. Not gonna fall off. So. Actually, the other thing I need to mention is how these B pieces connect. And they actually connect to the arm here. There's all these little various notches inside the arm. They're kind of hard to see here, but you just kind of get that in here, and then that plugs in like so to the arm. For the effect parts. Alright, so I guess that pretty much covers about everything for the Master Grade Hi-Nu Gundam version Izubuchi. I think it's a pretty nice kit. I still like it. This is one of those kits that's normally up on my display shelf kind of all the time, just because I do like the Hi-Nu Gundam, and I'm very much looking forward to how the real grade Hi-Nu Gundam will compare to this kit. It will be better, of course it will be, but I just kind of like the color scheme of the Hi-Nu Gundam. I think the funnel rack is makes more sense on this kit than on the regular new Gundam. But, you know, that's just opinion. It's the opinion, man. It's like, don't worry about it. Anyway, I hope you found this review informative and entertaining on some level. And while I don't think Bandai has reprinted this kit anytime soon, and I don't know if they're going to do it again, if you happen to see one of these and you're curious about the kit, I do recommend it. If you built any of the 2.0 kits before, it's very much in that same vein, so, and I think it looks pretty good, so, a very recommended kit, if you can find one. So, anyway, that'll be it for now. I will see you guys next time in the next review, and have a great day. Take care, and keep on building.